thank you so much for reaching out, man. It's great. We've never done something like this before. It's super exciting.
Yeah, we like to get things evened out because obviously we're all Canucks fans here. But the thing is, in our chat, we have Deadly Flames, who's the Flame fans. We got fans from all different teams. So we always like to try and get like even keel reporting for the game. So let's get a Flames thoughts on this game. Are you happy about this game? Because as far as I know, you guys are wanting to tank for McKenna, but here you guys are defeating the Canucks right now.
I don't know. Like, I'm feeling all the emotions, like going into this, I was like, all right. I mean, the Flames offense has just been horrible this season. Horrible. So seeing all these goals getting scored, I don't know if I'd really say it's it's the Flames doing it. I think it's more of the Canucks defensive breakdowns that are causing this. I'm not trying to dogpile here. We're trying to keep the peace.
Pile on, bro. Pile on. We'll take it.
Oh man, like I just don't understand, and especially that that last goal right before the intermission, like Lankinen, like he thought he had it in his glove and then just bounced right out. Like I understand, like, he's not like a seasoned NHL vet, but you don't let that stuff happen,
Yeah.
So
no,
it's very surprising. If they do win this one, it'll be their third win in a row, which is mind-boggling, honestly. It is welcome, though, for sure. There's still so much more season to go, so much more games to lose to get Gavin McKenna. So, honestly, if we win these 3 games in a row, like, it gives me a little bit of serotonin. I can't complain.
Yeah. So one thing we also like to do here on Nothing is Perfect. So we know you're a Flames fan. That's always the first question we ask. That's obvious. Do you have a favorite player, either an all-time or current or both, depending on what you're thinking?
Are we just talking on the Flames roster?
It could be anyone. It doesn't even have to be a Flames player. Like, who's your favorite player of all time as a hockey player?
As a hockey player? Oh my God, that's actually a tough question. I mean, like I started watching Flames hockey and just like hockey in general, because like, I'm in Calgary. I grew up here, born and raised. I started watching about 10 years ago, and it was all because of the jersey that I have hanging up right behind me, honestly. I started watching hockey right around the time Johnny did break onto the team. And at that point, like the Flames were kind of in a bit of an identity crisis, much more than they are right now. Cause Iggy got traded for peanuts, Mika Kiprusoff retired, like the team just had nowhere to go. And then suddenly this kid wearing number 13 just broke onto the scene. And then suddenly the Flames were on the upward trajectory, or at least that's what management thought. And anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent on that, but, brought the Flames to a new height, and I think if it wasn't for Gaudreau's rise, I don't know if I would have started watching hockey. And it's all kind of snowballed where I don't know if I'd even be doing this podcast. So, rip number 13.
Yeah, I think the whole league felt that one, but I mean, no one felt it worse than your fan base and the Columbus Blue Jackets fan base. So that was a tough pill to swallow, but his memory lives on. And I'll tell you one thing: when I prep for my shows, we do something called the stats you want but you don't really need. And every time it's the Canucks versus the Flames, the number one person on the list is always Gaudreau. Like he is like number one in like a lot of categories against the Canucks. So, but I always include just current players, but he always shows up, and I always want to mention that because he was such a great influence on that franchise.
And I got to see him play live a bunch of times too. What was that? Sorry?
Do you have a favorite moment as a Flames fan?
Oh my God. I mean, actually, that's no debate. It's when Johnny scored the Game 7 OT winner against Dallas a couple years ago. I was still living with my parents at the time. I was watching in their basement, and they were sleeping, so I couldn't scream that loud. But I still yelled, ran around a little bit. I don't know if I'd ever felt excitement that much as a Flames fan. That's the best Flames team I've ever seen, and we might ever see for a long time. But no, like that goal meant so much for him, so much for the team. It's a shame that, the rest of the playoffs went the way it went. I know it was 3 years ago. I'm still not in the right mentality to talk about it, but anyway. Yeah, no, that moment was fantastic.
A question that sometimes people struggle with, and one that I love to ask is there a player on a hated rival that you always secretly coveted to be on the Flames,
That I've always wanted on the Flames.
but would generally be considered to be hated by your franchise?
Well, one name in particular comes to mind, and every other Flames fan might come after me, but I think all the other 31 franchises would want him. Connor McDavid. I mean, like, I know there was a photo that I think it was on the Flames subreddit like last year of some dude at a mall in Calgary wearing a Flames jersey with McDavid on the back. And like, it made like both sides were so uncomfortable about it. And I think that's like the one time that I and Oilers fans agreed with something was just that jersey. But I mean, hey, if somehow he came to Southern Alberta, I'd welcome it. He lives in my nightmares, but I mean, if you put on the Flaming Sea, I couldn't complain. That'd be pretty great.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny too, because I feel like these Western Canadian teams, obviously Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver, there is always some kind of a rival between all three. And sometimes I hate Edmonton more. Sometimes I hate Calgary more. Right now, I just straight up hate Edmonton. I don't hate you guys right now. Like we're homies. I actually was born in Calgary. Like I could have been a Flames fan if I, right? So, but for me, the one guy I always looked at, and I got the little mini jersey here, is a Ginla, was always the man, right? This is from McDonald's from years ago, but Jerome Ginla was always the guy who I wanted to be a Canuck, right? Like, especially after his work at the Olympics too, with Iggy, the pass over to Crosby, right? Iggy! So like for us, but I think what it comes down to is the Oilers have been so good lately, it's easy to hate. And for me and you, for the Flames and the Canucks, we've been crap. So I don't hate you guys because we both suck right now, right? So that's kind of where we come from at it.
I'll admit, like, the Canucks have kind of held a soft spot with me for the past few years, mainly just because fantasy, like, a lot of my best players, I know Besser has been one of my fantasy favorites for a few years now, and he's been super trusty. And like, man, like my fantasy team is loaded with Canucks players. I got DeBrusk, Besser, Hughes. Last year I had, I think last year, the year before I had Demko. Like it's insane. I'm always picking Canucks players, and all my Flames fans friends asking me if I'm an imposter. And I'm like, guys, no, I like these guys. Like, what can I say? It's a shame that we have to be in the same division. So like when both of our teams come to rise, like, then we got to be jarring at each other. But right now, no, it's civil. I have nothing against the Canucks right now. You guys got, I mean, when you're playing well, you guys got a fun team to watch. So I can't complain.
Oh, it's chaos every night. Let me tell you, no matter what you think is going to happen, the opposite will happen with this team. So that's the main thing that keeps us coming back. It's like watching in some kind of a soap opera. And I mean, with JT Miller on the team a couple years ago, it was straight up a soap opera. So that's kind of what we get over here.
I can imagine. Like I said, like the Canucks do hold a special place, but at the same time, watching that whole saga go down last year, I'll admit it was a little bit funny. It was a little bit funny from the outside looking in, but that's just me.
Oh, they'll be talking about that one for years, I'm sure. So the Flames tonight have just been putting the boots to the Canucks. It seems like the Canucks are in some kind of a spin cycle. Is this what you've been seeing from the Flames? Like, what have you been seeing from the Flames through this year?
Whatever the opposite of this is, honestly. Just not scoring goals, almost like what the Canucks are doing, just like defensive breakdown, just really messy all over the place. Lineups have been jumbled every single night, almost every single shift. But with this game tonight, it makes me happy. Well, not only that we're leading 4-1 right now, but the fact that a lot of guys are getting on the score sheet that have needed to. Like one guy I've been wanting to see is Connor Zary. He's been, he dealt with 2 really bad injuries last year, and he's been struggling to start this season. And, I mean, I'm no NHL coach. I don't make the judgments, but Zary's been kind of thrown around the lineup a lot. He's been kind of sunk down onto the 4th line. He was also scratched for a few games earlier this year too. Like, it's just super tough to see. And he lives in the top 6. So a lot of Flames fans like me have been questioning, why isn't he there? Like, I understand like some variations need to be made to get him going and stuff like that. But it just kind of seemed like every time he was on the ice, he had new line mates. Like, how are you going to form chemistry when something like that's happening, right? So for him to get a goal like that tonight, I mean, I think you saw the emotion on his face. Like, it meant a lot to him. So it's really good to see him get on the scoreboard. And same with Sharon Govich as well. He's another guy that's been really struggling. And, with that new deal we gave him a few years ago, it's a little jarring. But yeah, it's really good to see him get on the scoreboard as well. I heard it in the broadcast right before I hopped on with you. Rasmus Anderson is on, I think, a 5-game point streak. I think that's what it said, which I wasn't even aware of. And the first thing I said was trade him. Value's high. Trade him, please.
Oh, we'd take him, but I guess he's straight up said, I will never be a Vancouver Canuck. We'd take him, but he doesn't want to come here.
Yeah. So. I have heard from some of my Canucks friends that they would be interested in trading for Nazem Kadri.
I know.
Now, from a Flames fan's perspective, like, I don't think the trade would happen just because, interdivision rival, like, just from a front office perspective, I don't think that deal would get done. But thinking about it from a hockey perspective, like, the Flames are looking for basically, draft picks, prospects, nothing more, nothing less right now, right? But for the Canucks, I feel like Kadri could slide in pretty well in that lineup. He's kind of like, I think I was saying to my Canucks friends, like, he's kind of like a JT Miller light almost. He kind of brings that grit into the lineup. He can kind of slot in where Miller used to be. So it could work for you guys, but I don't think a trade could get done between the two teams.
Give you Kane straight up for Kadri. How about that?
No, hell no, dude. I mean, I haven't really been keeping up the tabs with Kane like this season with the Canucks, but like the last little bit of the second period I saw enough. That was enough for me. Oh boy.
Well, I saw a rumor. I mean, it's the internet, so you never know. But I heard that the owner of the Flames is an absolutely huge Kadri fan. So there's a very small chance that he will get traded at all because he is a big fan. So I don't know. I mean, there has been a couple trades between our two franchises in the last little bit. We got Zadorov from you. We got Lindholm from you. You guys got Brushinevich now in your system down playing in the minors.
Oh yeah.
And how is he looking?
Pretty good. He's doing pretty good. He's down with the Wranglers right now, AHL affiliate. And he had his first look with the Flames last season. Last season for Bruce was not really that good. He was just like kind of hanging in there, which, from his OHL days was a bit of a step back. But his second professional season, I guess I could say, he's been doing pretty good. I don't have the numbers quite on top of my head, but he has been looking pretty better. I don't know if he'll get a call up to the Flames this season. It depends if we start to clean house or not. I highly doubt that because, like you were saying about ownership, you're right about that. They've been coming out and saying that we're keeping the squad together. We're going for the playoffs, which, we're at the bottom of the league looking up. So I don't really know what they see. I think that's kind of something that we can relate on is our teams have terrible ownership. So yeah, but back to Brustevich though. Yeah, he's been looking pretty good. And I'm hoping maybe at least like once as like an injury replacement or something, he'll get a look with the team.
Yeah, it sometimes seems like they throw a little bone to the young guys, let them come up for a little bit, just to get that NHL experience. So they can
absolutely. That's been another problem with this team this season is just not a lot of young guys have been getting a chance at good looks. We have a guy in the AHL right now. His name's Rory Cairns. He actually started with the Flames ECHL affiliate, and he's been working his way up the system. And he made his NHL debut last year. I think he played like 5 games. He got like 3 points or something like that, 3 or 4 points, which as an NHL debut is crazy. And then he just got sent down to the AHL again, never played into the NHL for the rest of the season. This season, he just got called up like last week, played like 2 games. I think he got like a point or something and then just got sent down again. So it's like, okay, why are we constantly burying this guy? And that's not the first time this team's done it. And it's driven some of our young prospects away. So it's a little angering that the team won't push in the young guys until they have no choice. Like for a while, I was actually afraid that they were going to do that to Dustin Wolf, but thank God they didn't.
Yeah, signing his big contract, so he's going to be your goalie for the next foreseeable future.
8 years. You guys. Yeah, it is fantastic.
Ryan, tell me about the podcast. What can people expect when they tune into the Talking Flames podcast?
Yeah, well, we keep things pretty loosey goosey. You know, like we do follow a structure of like talking about the games as well as any other news, not only in like Calgary hockey, but like around the NHL as well, because me and my co host Reece were both huge hockey fans, even huge sports fans as well. Sometimes I know when I'm a Blue Jays fan, and when the Blue Jays made the run to the World Series, we were talking a lot about a baseball too, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we love sports. We love hockey specifically. We talk a lot about that. And we just love, you know, making jokes and stuff like that, telling stories as well from like our personal lives and stuff like that. We're both university students, so we have a lot of funny stories to talk about and that kind of stuff. And yeah, we don't really take ourselves super seriously, and we just love to have a good time, get people involved. And yeah, like we do it for the love of game. Oh, excuse me, for the love of the game. That's the big reason why we do it.
Cool. Just before I let you go, Deadly Flames, as I mentioned, is one of our resident Flames fan. He says, "Hey Ryan, from another Flames fan." So he wanted to say hi to you.
Hey bro, I see you. I see you out there. We're not all alone out here. It's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome, Ryan. I appreciate you coming on the show. I know we play, I think, one more time later in the year. So let's see if we can plan to have you guys come on. Maybe get Reece on too, depending on what your schedules look like.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's down in San Francisco right now. Otherwise, he would be here. So for the final game, there will be 2 Talking Flames boys.
Is he going to the 49ers game tomorrow or something? Is that why he's down there?
No, actually, funny enough, I mean, his girlfriend lives down in the Bay Area. She goes to Stanford. And funny enough, they're actually at the Sharks and Bruins game as we speak. Oh, so cool. Lucky bugger.
Awesome, Ryan. I appreciate you taking the time out of your night. Enjoy the rest of the game. I hope it goes to overtime. I'm sure you don't, but good luck with the rest of the season.
That'll be interesting hockey, man. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, awesome, brother. Enjoy the rest of the night. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, see you later, bro. Peace out.
Nothing is perfect.